It's time we get our gimp on.
This is not just a mission.
You are going on a quest, a journey into the depths of Valhalla with no easy way out.
Interesting.
That was just in case you, the audience, wanted to know.
We're more likely now to go on a quest, kill the bad guy, get the girl,
You called me?
save the world, huzzah, everyone wins today, la-di-da-da.
Better to just let me handle the fighting. I wouldn't want any of you common soldiers getting hurt.
It could be the opportunity to become the hero you always wanted to be. It won't, but it could.
Ouch!
It will be the end of Yendar's famous airborne league.
Kill pick! No!
When the going gets tough, the Dan gets going. I am nothing if not man incarnate. Because you can't spell Dan without man.
We are still stuck out here in the middle of nowhere.
My plan is complete. This power is all mine.
Oh, man. Ooh, Run away, coward! Where are you so I can kill you myself?
You lose. Valhalla is mine.
Mind shackle.
So, Kelda, this is how your quest ends. Everyone that you've been protecting, captured or dead.
I can offer you something you want.
And what would that be?
Power.
To the death, then. Now this is a fight.
You are the only one who can save the Valhalla.
We have an agreement then.
Yes, Grok. We agree.
And I have a plan.
We're all gonna die.
What's wrong with this guy?
Welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time, and it is a time of night where we're gonna do some skirmishes. And yes, I got some Mezzodemon Warmongers. Really looking forward to trying these guys out tonight. So how about we do that? How about we get started with that? Hello everybody. Happy Sunday to you all. I am Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla. The guy who has done incredible amounts of stop motion animation for the show Tales of Valhalla: The Aftermath Chronicles, which is a stop motion adventure based off the board game Heroscape. You probably saw some of the trailers there at the countdown clock a little bit. Yes, there's hours and hours worth of that type of Heroscape type related content. We also do a podcast called the ToV podcast. Currently bi-weekly do that, and we talk about the greatest game of all time, Heroscape, or anything Heroscape like. And then there are times when I'm taking a break, because I'm usually streaming every Sunday and every Wednesday, and if I'm not doing those things, I'm doing like behind the scenes production of my stop motion stuff, or having some fun playing Heroscape. And so I was talking last Wednesday about getting these Mezzos, just skirmishing them, getting used to them, because I'm preparing. We're on the road preparing for ScapeCon now, and so that's what a lot of my skirmishes are going to be up until that time, is going to be ScapeCon like preparedness for those, even though I can't have like the battle maps have them as big as what's on the ScapeCon events, but still going to do as close as possible to ScapeCon event points as soon as they produce them, because I don't know what the events are this year. But I think I think those are going to come out sometime in June, and before that time I might choose a ScapeCon event to test out certain armies that I'm going to bring to ScapeCon, and just get used to fighting them, getting used to their synergies and whatever, and how they match up against other armies. And before I see those events for what's going to be for ScapeCon this year, I'm going to do like last year's ScapeCon events, maybe an event or two up until when we get the event information. Then I'll start skirmishing with others, because this is really all that time I have. I mean, I didn't even have this much time last year. Like the last two ScapeCons, I just went in with no preparedness at all. I just brought in armies and I got my butt beat. So I'm hoping to put in even a little bit of practice will be an improvement from the last few years. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And so I was talking about it last Wednesday, and I think it was Garanex who suggested that I do some Marro Drones. And so we're going to have about how many squads worth of Mezzos here, or Mezzos. Mezzodemon Warriors, we have 4 squads worth of Mezzos. And so we're going to have a Marro Hive and 2 squads of Marro Drones, and that's actually in classic points, that's equal to 2 equal armies of 260 points on this side, 260 points on this side with the Hive and the 2 squads of Marro Drones, so evenly matched. I do have also 2 other types of squads of Marro that we'll try to do at least one tonight, depending on how fast this skirmish is going to go. But before we get started, and hello TDO Titan there in the chat saying Mezzodemons seem cool, kind of neat to try out different armies. Also, Marro Drones are cool. They're all cool, you know. It's just, but I know Mezzodemons, like you talk about like the Marro were early on. Mezzodemons kind of came late in the production line, and Mezzodemon Warmongers are really difficult and really expensive to get. But I've done some things to where I've acquired not really original Mezzodemons. They're more like some are 3D printed, and some actually I can show it here. Before we get into the stats of them, let me just show you what. Okay, so this Mezzodemon Warrior isn't exactly, or a Mezzodemon Warmonger is not exactly a Mezzodemon Warmonger that's a Heroscape. This is a Dungeons and Dragons Mezzodemon. See, different base, but they tend to be a little bit cheaper than like the Heroscape Mezzodemons, and they're just as good of a paint job and mold and everything. So I'm trying to get as much of these as possible because, like I said, it is cheaper, more cost effective, and all I got to do is cut off the base. And here, and actually I have a few like this. Here, hold on. I cut off the base, and then I just glue on a new base. 3D printed base, or just an OG Heroscape base. But this one I didn't have time, so it's going to just go with its Dungeons and Dragons base. But yeah, I mean, let's see here. What are they called for Dungeons and Dragons? They're Mezzolaths. So yeah. So that's how I'm acquiring a bunch. I mean, I have like 5 squads worth. Eventually, hopefully I'll have like 6 or 7 squads worth. And yeah, run with them and see how much they do. And I might be getting some other like heroes that they can bond well with as far as the VC goes. They really don't bond well with anything else, but I'm getting ahead of myself. How about we first get into talking about what all these miniatures are, their stats, and how this is going to be set up tonight. So let us first, before we start skirmishing, I'm going to switch to my other screen here. So okay, so here's the battle map. I've got the glyphs here, so we're going to choose 2 glyphs at random from this bag, and then set them on the battlefield here for these, and we're going to send them face down. And it could be something that's useful or something that's completely useless to these armies. We won't know until I flip them over, so that's going to be some of the fun, because I know they do have glyphs during the ScapeCon events that you can see, but we're just spicing things up a little bit. And TDO Titan says, I actually thought Mezzodemons were C3V, or actually thought Mezzodemons were C3V at first. Oh, I always get them confused. Oh yeah, the Mezzodemon proxies and 3D printing is great. I have a friend who's going to print me some to paint. Awesome, TDO Titan. I think that's the way to go, especially with these. I know a lot of like the Valkyrie squads, which I'm trying to get all the Valkyrie common squads in a bunch. They are incredibly expensive to get if you're just getting the original Heroscape stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to find much cheaper ways to get them, even though they don't look exactly like the original Heroscape is. If they're still, it's the same mold and everything, 3D printed, whatever. I don't care. They still play the same. It doesn't matter. So yeah, that's how I'm going with it. All right, so let us switch over and let's just take a look and see what these Mezzodemon Warmongers are about. So let's look at the stats. All right, so Mezzodemon Warmongers, Valkyrie. They're demons, common squad Warmongers, ferocious, medium 5. They have 1 life. Move of 5 spaces. I had to look at this twice. They have a range of 4 spaces. And TDO Titan says, yeah, the way I see it is if they look close enough. Yeah, exactly. They all play the same. attack of 3. I think in any tournaments, I think as long as it's the same type of, you know, mold and everything, I think most like people running the tournaments, it isn't going to matter too much. So range of 4. That's actually kind of cool that you got a range of 4. Attack of 3, defense of 3, 65 points. Now, it is a high cost point value, and even like delta points, they're higher. I think they're like 75 points for delta points. But so that's like what, 32.5 per unit for these. So they are expensive. They are expensive. Hey, Son of Odin, JJ, how are you doing tonight? You say, I own squad and never realized they had a range attack. I know, I was looking at that the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, they do have a range attack. That's actually kind of cool. So let's look at their special abilities here. Poison Cloud. When a Mezzodemon Warmonger attacks a common figure, so this is good against common squads, add 1 to its attack value. And Marro Drones are a common squad, so that will work with that. And then they have this wonderful ability called Exoskeleton. I did find a way to get like the original order markers, even though these guys are copies. I did get 7. I have to use 1 black order marker as a replacement, but most of them are the original order markers. But anyway, Exoskeleton. At the start of the game, place 1 copper exoskeleton marker on a Mezzodemon Warmonger's army card for each Mezzodemon Warmonger figure in your army. After a Mezzodemon Warmonger rolls defense dice against a normal attack, you may remove 1 exoskeleton marker from its army card to ignore all wounds inflicted by that attack. So this is really, really cool when it comes to these guys. Yes, you only have 2 of them, but in essence, it almost feels like you have a squad of 4 of these guys, because like a Mezzodemon Warmonger can get like 7 skulls rolled against them, okay? And they can roll the defense dice. And say if they only have a defense of 3, it's not going to matter too much, But if they have 7 skulls rolled against them, they can roll the defense dice, and they could be totally blank, and you just take one of these things, and none of those hits count. It stays there. So it's a really, really cool ability for these guys. They're really, really incredibly fun. TDO Titan says, "Oh cool, I was worried if they had to be original to be played in tournaments. I know many other games like 40K have that rule, I think." Yeah, when it depends. I suppose it depends on the Heroscape tournament, but I know at ScapeCon, proxies, as long as they're agreed upon proxies, it's okay for most of it. Just as long you communicate well with whoever's in charge of the tournament, and just say like sometimes I go with, if I have an original or something that looks really close to the original, and then I have others that are really, really close, or 3D printed versions, they're usually pretty good with it. They're usually pretty good with it. So I mean, just check in with who's running tournament. The independent tournaments I know and go. I know when it comes to like the Renegade tournaments, I don't know. It's just something that you just got to make sure you communicate things well. Let's see here. And Son of Odin says 40K has that rule at some tournaments, but it's kind of based on what the organizer wants. Exactly. Like I said, most organizers though for Heroscape tournaments are pretty cool. I'm hopeful Scape organizers are lenient on 3D prints and legitimate models and cards for the OG stuff. They usually are. I mean, at least in ScapeCon where I've been, as long as you communicate well and say like, look, I have these. And sometimes they'll even say, like in Heroscape tournaments, if you ask, it never hurts to ask, be like, look, I have this many squads, but I need like 1 more. They'll let you borrow some. I know I've let people like borrow some of the stuff that I've had in previous ScapeCon stuff. So, we're all trying to help, everybody have a good time and learn about the game. So it's really cool. So anyway, so this is Mezzodemon Warmongers. And TD Titan says, nice, that is some good news. Hopefully it stays that way. I hope so too. And it should. All right, so those are the Mezzodemons. Those are the guys that are going to be the main army tonight. And then the challengers are, and thank you, Garenex, for the suggestion. It's going to be first Marro Drones. I do have Grok Riders, and I do have Marro Stingers as as other armies we might play tonight too. But first up, it's going to be Marro Drones. And here are the quick stats for them. Marro Drones, 1 life, move of 6, range of 1, attack of 3, defense of 3, 50 points. Common squad, Marro Drones, wild, medium 5. And they have this ability called Hive Swarm. Before moving Marro Drones, roll the 20-sided die. If you roll 1 or 12, you may move and attack up to 3 Marro Drones you control. 13, 16, 6, 17, 20, 9. Now, I only have 2, so the Hive Swarm is still, effective for these. But when it comes to, let's see here, the hive itself, the Marro Hive. Let's see here. I don't know if I can add, because I do have another squad's worth of Marro Drones here with me. But let me see what this says. But I think I can only have up to 6 for this game. But okay, so Marro Hive, which is right here, it just stays put. It says Marro Hive, 6 life, move of 0. It stays put. Range of 1, attack of 1, defense of 2, 160 points. Marro Unique Hero Hive, terrifying. Huge 17. It has a thing called Hive Mind. After revealing an order marker on this army card, you may take a turn with any small or medium common Marro squad you control before taking a turn with Marro Hive. Any figure that has taken a turn must be within 12 clear sight spaces of Marro Hive prior to its movement. And we'll just say, for the sake of argument, anything's within range, basically. So these drones can take a turn anytime on this battlefield. And then Marro Rebirth. After taking a turn with Marro Hive, you may roll a 20-sided die. If you roll 13 or higher, you may place any previously destroyed common Marro squad. Figure, okay, so it's one that's been destroyed, so yeah, you can't do any more than 6. From your army on an empty space adjacent to Marro Hive. So let's see if the Marro Hive actually helps these guys out at all. Okay, we're going to, so like I said, bring this here. Let's bring this here. Okay, so our first army, Mezzodemon Warmongers, 260 points, standard points, 8 figures, 8 hexes, 65 points each. And you see if you go to Delta, if you switch to Delta, and this army builder is excellent. You can go to Heroscape.org, and if you're watching this on YouTube, links in the description below for like all these places that I'm going to, if you want to check them out. But if you switch to Delta, see Delta points, it's a 300 point army. So Mezzodemon Warmonger is probably not best to play if it's a Delta point run tournament. Excuse me. And then Marro Drones, Marro Hive. So 260, so it's 260, all of the above. And now, let us roll, or let's choose the glyphs that we're going to choose. And I won't know what they are, but here are all the glyphs here, and I'll look them up when they get uncovered. But I'm just like at random here in the bag. See, I'm not looking. I'm looking at you all. I'm looking at you all. So, okay. So here are the glyphs. Here. Okay, and so you put them down on each opposite ends of the board. And here, I'm going to switch back to the overhead camera. Boom. Okay, so there's our glyphs. Now, let us set up our armies. So Mezzodemons already know. Okay, so here's our start zone for the Mezzodemon side. And we're just going to start back here. Okay. Now, and all these tiles around here are like road tiles in this little mini map. We have some ladders here. We got some of these turret things here. And let's see, I'll bring these drones back here. I think that works well. And yeah, and Tito Titan, let's see here. Team Ski says, I never used glyphs in my games. It goes back to 2004 when a player sat on a ranged glyph with Omicron snipers. That did it for me. Yeah, but I know I don't particularly care for glyphs too much myself, even though I use them a lot in Tales of Valhalla. But I will say this, that you're not going to really do much for tournaments if you don't learn to play the glyphs well. And this has cost me a tournament game or two at ScapeCon, is like not taking advantage of the glyphs when needed, and my opponent does. And then like Glyph of Wanik, oh my gosh, I hate that glyph, but at the same time I can understand why people use it. So it's just something you got to prepare for. Yeah, exactly, Team Ski. So yeah, I understand, but at the same time they're gonna have them there, so get used to them and figure out, you know, how they work. So that's why I like to just randomize right now and see what can be uncovered. All right, so we're gonna start rolling for initiative. Here, we've got our board here. Use these dice over here. So let us get started. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, initiative first for Mezzodemons. 13. And the Marro, 1. Okay, so Mezzodemons go first. I'm making sure I have everything. I'm doing everything right, am I think so. All right. And feel free to talk to me and any suggestions or corrections, because I did have a long weekend and a long day today, so I am slightly tired. Okay, really tired. And so if I mess some things up, it's quite possible that I'll do it. All right, but I do have my like quick reference card thing here. A quick reference sheet. So one thing just to know about the road tiles here, which is important. If you start on a road tile and your whole movement takes place in road tile spaces, you can add 3 plus spaces to your movement, as long as you start and end on a road tile space. So that is important for these miniatures to get on this, so they can start owning the board a bit. All right, so that's why initiative was important, and initiative of course goes to the Mezzodemons, so they are going to go first. And let's see how this goes. Okay, and so with Mezzodemons, now I know it's important, especially for tournaments, that you want to own that board as quickly as possible and gain advantage. And so, see, this is the one downside I see when it comes to Mezzodemons. You can only move 2 at a time per turn. So I mean, that is kind of a minus. Teamski says this is a great map for the monks. Yeah, we might get the monks out sometime. Not now, but sometime in the future. I love monks. I have a bit of monks. I got C3 monks. I got Master Wu. They're a ton of fun. I actually like the one game that me and Joe Crazy fought in person. This was in ScapeCon 2. Was I had my army of monks, and Joe Crazy had Marro, like Marro Nids, and other Marro, and a Marro Hive, and I won, but I barely won, but I still won. It was actually, Joe Crazy has that game on his YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, it was a fun game. It was a fun game. All right, so now let's see. Okay, move a 5. Excuse me. So I'm actually going to do something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, okay. I'm going to try and acquire this glyph first, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I want to try and bring some of them from the back. Teamski says, I love them. Attack any and all. Yeah, I know. They just yeah. Oh, they're nice. They're nice. They're very nice. I'm gonna think about I might have to bring them to ScapeCon too. Though I'll end up bringing everything to ScapeCon if it comes down to it, you know. Okay, I'm thinking how to move, but I think I'm gonna want to acquire a glyph just to see what it's like, or see what it is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, I'm going to move one back here, over here. Because it can't really, even with a range of 4, they're not going to be able to do much. But I do want, like, this Mezzodemon to acquire a high ground, because if the Mezzodemon is able to get up here, it's going to be able to start firing shots at the Marro Hive and get rid of the Marro Hive really fast. So that's what I'm thinking. And then this Mezzodemon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this Mezzodemon can get on that glyph. Let's see what this glyph is. And I'm sorry, I'm like, my throat's kind of dry. So if I end up coughing, there's reasons. Alright, so let's reveal this glyph and see what it is. Okay. Oh, interesting. That's not bad. Alright. So it's the glyph of Valda. Here, so basically you get a +2 movement boost, and I'm gonna see if you can take that. If you just put that on the card or take it with you. Let me get the rules for that one. Hold on a second. All right. Let me find it. There we are. Glyph of Valda. Move +2. For each figure you control, add 2 to the move number. Okay, that's beneficial. Do not use this power when moving off of the glyph. Okay, so this glyph, I think this glyph has to stay put. Okay, yeah, so this glyph has to stay put, and it's only, and so it does affect all the miniatures that the Mezzodemon Warmonger army has, but this Mezzodemon must stay on this glyph in order for it to work. So that's the only downside. The Mezzodemon has to stay put. But that's a +2 on top of everything else, so they'll be able to, whatever I can get on the board, I'll be able to move them around. So that's not bad. Okay, so that's turn 1. That's turn 1 for Mezzodemons. And now, turn number 1 for the Marro. Order marker 1 on the Marro Hive. And so we will do, be able to use the Hive Mind and take a turn with a squad of Marro Drones, which I'm going to do. Let me see here. Okay. And so now I can do a Hive Swarm and see if I can move all 6 at once. So here, where's our 20-sided die? Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's try and use Hive Swarm. See if we can move all 6 of these guys at once. 13. Yep. So all 6 of these can be moved, and so they'll be able to look at their glyph too. So let's just take first Marro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just move them on this glyph and let's see what this glyph is. Okay, well this actually is a beneficial one too for the Marro. So this is the glyph of Loden Lucky 20-sider. So let's get the specific stats for them. All right, so. And of course, this is another glyph that has to stay put, and the Marro has to stay put on it in order for it to work. But it says, anytime you roll the 20-sided die while standing on the glyph of Loden, you may add 1 to your die roll. So it's a little bit beneficial for these guys, since, I mean, Marro Drones need to roll the 20-sided die often, as well as like for Marro Rebirth and stuff. So that would be beneficial to them. Now, again, I did not plan this. This was all random. I pulled those and I placed them down, and it's interesting that this one benefits Mezzodemons and this one benefits the Marro. I don't know. It's funny how that works that way. Alright. So let's move the rest of these drones. Let's see. 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put that Marro there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put this one here. And the rest of these as well here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to get them all on the road spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think I'm only not going to be able to get one there. That's okay. So we'll get this one here. And we'll just move this one forward. Just move this one here. And they're not going to be able to attack yet. But that is that. Okay, order marker number 2. Mezzodemons. Now this Mezzodemon has to stay put. But this Mezzodemon now has not only the movement buff of the road spaces, but also the movement buff of the glyphs. So regular move of 5, plus 3, plus 2. So if you're keeping count, that's 10. That's 10. This one can move. And then let's say this one can move 7. So let's see what we can do with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this Mezzodemon is ready. Is ready to go right there. And then so this Mezzodemon is staying put. Let's bring we want these Mezzodemons to dominate. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just put 7 so it can start attacking. Alright, so that Mezzodemon right there. Now, now this is one thing that's very important when it comes to the Mezzodemons. Whether or not having a squad of 2 Mezzodemons is able to take care of squads that are probably like twice the amount of numbers against them. So this will be interesting because you only can attack with 2 that you've moved with Mezzodemons. So, but I think what's beneficial is these Mezzodemons have a little bit of range, and so they can attack. And so, okay, let us start. So they have a regular attack of 3, and then they'll get a little bit of a buff because I think we're going to deal with height on some of them. And, oh, Poison Cloud too. It says when a Mezzon, so I'm looking to see if Poison Cloud had range, and I don't think it does. It just says when a Mezzodemon Warmonger attacks a common figure, add 1 to its attack value. So it doesn't matter, and so it can be elevated. And with Poison Cloud, that would be 5 attack dice. And yeah, because we're gonna have this Mezzodemon just attack this drone right here. Why not? I'm trying to think. Don't know whether, like, I know I got to take out Marrow Hive too, so that's important too. I know that. But let's just take out a drone for now. This is just me getting used to these things. So, all right, attack of 5 against this drone. Let's see what happens. So that's 3 hits. And the Marro drone has a defense of 3 right here. Yep. Okay. So that Marro drone's taken out. Boom. All right. Well, so far I like what the Mezzodemons are laying down. Okay, we have this Mezzodemon here. Let's just have this Mezzodemon take a shot at the Marrow Hive. Why not? Now Poison Cloud isn't going to affect it, but it's still an attack of 4 at range. Yeah, I'm really liking the Mezzodemon's range. This is actually pretty beneficial. But we'll see. I mean, these drones, you know, you gotta give them a chance. but wow, okay. So that Marrow Hive took a hit of 3, and the Marrow Hive only has a defense of 2. So roll in defense. Ooh, got 2 shields though, so only took 1 wound. So absorb some of those hits. Only took a little bit of wound. It's good when you have only 2 dice for defense and you roll 2 shields. That's not bad. All right, and yeah, so that is the Mezzodemon's turn. And now we got the Marrow, order marker number 2, Marrow Hive. We'll do a Hive Mind. And we will roll, because Marro Drone's turn, we'll roll for Hive Swarm. Now let's see what these Marro Drones can do. 16, and of course we have the Glyph alone, so that's actually like 17. And so all of the drones can move and attack. Now let's see. Now this drone has to stay put. Well, actually, I can move it and then just put this drone up here, because they all are in good spots here. I'm trying to see what would be the most beneficial here. We got to start engaging some. So, okay, and when it comes to movement, they move at 6 spaces, so those that are on the road spaces, 6, 7, 8, 9, so they can move 5 spaces. And let's see, what's this? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So technically this one can get up behind this Mezzodemon and be even ground with them. So I think we're gonna do 2 on 2. We're gonna bring these 2 drones over here, face off with this Mezzodemon, 2 drones over here, face off against this Mezzodemon. I think that's what I'm going to do, so let's do that movement. Alright, so first this drone, and then we take this drone off the glyph and put this drone on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Okay, so there. Can't hit the Marrow Hive anymore there, Mezzodemon, until you get rid of those drones. And we'll move this drone here, and then move these drones over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So now these Mezzos are surrounded. And we will see how this goes. Alright, so we got an attack of 3. Some are elevated, so I can have an attack of 4. It's okay. We'll start first with this drone here, which is elevated against this Mezzodemon. Attack of 4. Now this is really just getting rid of the exoskeletons. So this, so up against Mezzodemons, you really have to account for the fact that there's a ton of exoskeletons that you have to plow through. This will be interesting. Alright, so 3 hits, not a bad roll for that Marrow drone. And Warmongers have a defense of 3. So if you've got all 3 shields, technically you don't have to use exoskeleton. We'll see. Nope. So we're definitely going to use exoskeleton here. Oh, taken off. And then this drone's going to attack the Mezzodemon again. 1 hit. Mezzodemon's going to roll in defense. 3 defense. 1 shield, so blocked. And then we're going to have this drone attack this Mezzodemon. 3 attack. Whiffed. And then this drone against this Mezzodemon. And 2 hits. Mezzodemon has, since Mezzodemon elevated, has a defense of 4. And Mezzodemon took a hit, so again, exoskeleton off. So got rid of 2 exoskeletons. That doesn't get rid of the miniatures, but at least they're engaged at the moment. was interesting. Alright, and then now for the Marrow Hive, we're going to try and do Marrow Rebirth. And we're going to Glyph of Loden, so we get a +1 to these rolls. And so if I roll 13 or higher, and in this case, it would be a 12 or higher on this roll, this Marrow Drone is coming back. Let's see, hey there, Josiah Heroscape. Hi, I'm liking Evil Lobsters so far. Well, you know, they're interesting. It's cool that they have a range. I think if they didn't have the range of 4, they would be less appealing, but since they have that range of 4, and with the exoskeletons, it almost feels like you have an army of 4, with the only exception that they can only attack twice. So I think I see some of the benefits, some of the downsides of these guys. But I know we'll see how the drones fare against them. Gonna be rolling for our Rebirth from our Hive. Let's see if anything comes out for that. 15. Yep. So this Marrow Drone is back. Let's see here. Okay. Yep. So Marrow Drone, actually any empty space adjacent to Marrow Hive, and Marrow Drone's gonna go right there. All right. So that is the Marrow's turn. Now order marker number 3 on Mezzodemons. Now these Mezzodemons just hang back here. You can't really, I notice you can't really swarm with Mezzodemons too much, because it's like you got to, the ones you move with, you have to attack with. So you technically can't bring these Mezzodemons up until like these Mezzodemons, they're kind of like an army all by themselves, and it's really up to you whether or not you want to lose one or keep on using exoskeletons until you run out of exoskeletons. Which has its like upsides and has its downsides. You don't have to worry about a lot of miniatures, but at the same time, the Mezzodemons can be swarmed, and they only can hit once, so that is worrisome. But with Poison Cloud, we'll see what we can do here. All right. So we're first going to do this Mezzodemon against this drone. Teamski, attack the one in the glyph. What? Oh, for like that drone? Well, so what you're saying is, since this one is not engaged, but okay, I can attack the one in the glyph with the one on the glyph. Or since this one's on the glyph, wait, let me look at those glyph rules are important. Let me see here. I don't think it says anything here. Okay, it says nothing. Okay, the glyph is activated as long as the miniature is standing on it. It doesn't say anything about the miniature not being able to do a ranged attack while on the glyph. So I think, and Teamski, I think that's what I'll do based off your suggestion. Yeah, we'll try and get the Marrow off that glyph. So that means that only one of these Mezzos can attack. Options are important, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, hey Justin, how you doing there? In the chat, Justin says, "I've always made my maps too big for the Hive to be effective." Yeah. Well, yeah. And I have so little room on this part of my desk, so I need to make mini maps for this. So yeah, it's kind of like a beneficial part of this desk. Okay, I'm just deciding how these Mezzos are going to attack, but with Teamski, I think that's the plan. That's what I'm going to go for. So this Mezzo has a range, and so can get this drone and get him off that glyph. Good thinking, Teamski. And so Mezzo is a normal attack of 3, but with Poison Cloud, we'll add an attack of 1, so it'll be attack of 4. And Roguescaper says, I actually did a repaint of the Mezzo last night where I painted them bright red. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I have a couple here that are like kind of like 3D printed and painted. Like I think this came from Rye Guy. And they're kind of like, it's kind of like almost golden, like. So, yeah, you belong there. And Justin, oh, Justin's saying a little under the weather. Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. Sore throat and runny nose. Yeah, you know, I had, I found out last week that I had a viral thing. The last few weeks. And so, yeah, I'm still, I mean, I'm doing a lot better, but I'm still recovering from that. Alright, this Mezzo against this drone. Let's see what happens. Okay, 3 hits. Not bad, not bad. We're rolling the skulls tonight. So that drone has a defensive 3, and that drone is kaput. Kaput. Kaput, kaput. So we're taking out drones, but that's not going to be enough. We got to take out that hive, otherwise drones are going to keep on coming back. Heroscape, they're kind of like an early form of multi-life squads. Oh hey, Right Guy, how you doing? Hey, those Mezzos are looking good. Yeah, I think you should recognize some of them. It's like at least some of these are hanging back there. Yeah, like some of these are from stuff I got from Right Guy. All right. So okay, we did one Mezzo. No, I see. Was it Roguescape or was it you last Wednesday, or was it Garanex that recommended drones against Mezzos? I don't remember. My goodness, my brain. But okay, I know I have one more Mezzo to attack. Or should I? Since these drones are otherwise engaged, so I'm trying to think outside the box now. Maybe I should bring another Mezzo up through the middle and start attacking the hive. Because we got to get rid of that hive, guys. If that hive stays, that I mean, we could run out of exoskeletons really fast. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because we already have a movement buff with the glyph, so this Mezzo can move 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and already can take hit against the hive if need be. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm trying to think like Team Ski here. Here Justin says I DoorDash NyQuil and ginger ale, so I'm a lot better than this morning. Okay, good. Good. DoorDash NyQuil and ginger ale. That's awesome. Oh. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Thinking outside the box here, people. 1, 2, because I guess there's another way to think about it. Since these Mezzos are otherwise engaged, you know, they're kind of like, so these drones can't go anywhere either. Yeah, Justin's saying rush to the hive. Okay, no need to be convinced anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and this Mezzo's going here. And they already got a movement buff from this glyph, so that's why they can move 7 instead of the usual 5. Alright, so the range 4 I think is very beneficial. Alright, so range 4, so only attack of 3 against the Marrow Hive. That's 1 hit. Marrow Hive has a defense of 2. Blocked. The dice are flying. They're flying tonight. So, okay, so that ends that move. Then order marker number 3 on the Marrow Hive. Gonna take a turn with Marro Drones. Hive Swarm. Now, they don't have the 20-sided die buff anymore. So let's see here with Hive Swarm. Got a 13. So, again, 6 Marrows. You can attack with 6 Marro Drones. So that is what we're gonna do. And this Marro Drone is going to come down here and start attacking this this Mezzodemon, since it is free. Just insane, they fly now. They fly now. They fly now. Oh. Is it halfway sad that I know that line? Well, I suppose I wouldn't have had to watch that film in order, because I know it was in like trailers and in previews and such, but still. They fly. Dear, dear, dear. Alright. So, these Marro. So, with the Marro drones, it's, I guess it's beneficial to Marro drones for the Hive Swarm, because now all of them can attack, really. Alright. And this Marro drone has an attack of 4 against this Mezzo. Tito Titan says, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that line was in the trailers, though, too. Yeah, I think it was. I did watch the whole film. Actually, I didn't watch The Rise of Skywalker in theaters, but I watched it, like, via Amazon or whatever. And then, so I watched it initially, and then I watched it, like, a year later, and I'm just like, no, not great. And it kind of soured like The Force Awakens for me too, because I watched that, and then I went, and I actually liked Force Awakens when it was that was the only sequel film. I liked it, but then I went back and watched Force Awakens, and I'm just like, no, it's not like, I mean, some people might like it, and that's fine, but for me, it just doesn't have the rewatchability that I like with other films. It just, I don't feel like watching it over and over again. Just, no. Not attracted. Anyway, okay. Mezzodemon. Drone. 2 hits. Mezzodemon has a defense of 3. And Mezzodemon is going to use Exoskeleton. And that's the first drone. We've got 4 more. All right, so we'll do this drone against this Mezzodemon. Attack of 4. Only 1 hit. Mezzodemon has a defense of 3. Oh, that's a whiff. Okay, another exoskeleton gone. You can see how these exoskeletons, they really run through them a lot. All right, and then okay, Marro drone. This Marro drone against the Mezzodemon. All shield, so that's a whiff. Marro drone, Mezzodemon. 2 hits. Mezzodemon rolls defense. And 2, okay, block twice, okay. And so this drone against this Mezzodemon, and whiff. Alright, well, there. Let's see here. Okay, I know we're starting to talk about Star Wars. That can be a conversation. Tito Titan says, yeah, it feels like a bit of a cash grab, but it is what it is. There's so much other stuff to watch. The memes are A+. So yeah, you know, we can always go back to the memes, you know. Justin says, Force Awakens is great, but it's sad that Disney plotted out their High Republic novels, but not the sequel trilogy. Yeah, it needed planning. Yeah, there was, yeah. I'm not going to get into it, but what you guys say. Okay, so this is an interesting bit. Okay, so drones took their turn. Marro Hive needs to roll for rebirth, so let's roll that. And 13 or higher, so this Marro is back on track. So we got all the Marro drones back again. So this is getting interesting. So okay, first round of this very interesting skirmish. We have okay, Mezzodemons are kind of holding their ground, but we're taking out drones. They're taking out drones, but they're coming back. Rebirth is working. So the Marro Hive and the Marro drones, I think, have more of the advantage because they've got half the exoskeletons of these Warmongers gone, and they're still around. So I mean, heads up for the Marro drones. So let's see what happens in the second round. I'm thinking. All right, so roll initiative. Initiative first. for Mezzos. 10. Initiative for Marro. 14. So Marro, do go first. This will be interesting. This will be very, very interesting. Alright, order marker number 1. Marro Hive. And of course, Marro Drones. Hive Swarm. Ooh, Hive Swarm only got a 1 this time, so we can only do 3 drones, but they're all really where they need to be. I don't think I'm going to worry about it, so I'm just going to have 1 drone attack, 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 basically, where it's going to be most beneficial for these Mezzodemons. Try to take some out. Alright. And so, okay, we'll start with this drone against this Mezzodemon since there's height. Got an attack of 4. 2 hits. Mezzodemon pulls a 3 for defense. Ouch. Alright, yeah, we just, okay, we gotta do exoskeletons till they're gone. Alright, and then this drone against this Mezzodemon. 2 hits. Mezzodemon rolls 3 defense. Ouch. Another exoskeleton gone. Okay, drone, Mezzodemon. And that's a normal 3. Whoa! Those are some dice rolls for the drones. Wow. Okay. Mezzodemon rolls defense. Nope. That was brutal. That was brutal. So 1 exoskeleton left. So plowed through those exoskeletons. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, and then the Marro Hive. Nada. Whew. See here. Okay, Ragai Plays Game says 1 trick with Mezzos is to let a Mezzo with multiple engagements die so that your opponent can't take more than 1 exo marker off the same figure in a turn. I'm trying to think about what you're saying. Like, Ragai, I like drove like in the past 48 hours. I've driven almost 10 hours. So I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying. I apologize. You lose some frontward momentum, but shift it to a later round with more markers left. Okay. No, there's wisdom in what you're saying, right, guy? So I'm trying to understand it. 1 trick with the Mezzos is to let a Mezzo with multiple engagements die so that your opponent can't take more than 1 exo marker off the same figure in a turn. You lose some frontward momentum, but shift it to a later round with more markers left. Okay, I see what you mean. But just so you gotta learn the exoskeleton management, basically. Yeah. Well, this is my first time playing them, so you know it's something I do gotta learn definitely. But at the same time, the drones have like rolling some really good rolls. Let's see here, and Ray Guy says, all good. I'm saying sometimes it's good to let the Mezzos die, sure, instead of use up a marker if your opponent could attack it again. This is true. Okay, so like multiple engagements, just let it die, and so technically the drone can't attack, and so you still save a exoskeleton. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So it's just learning how to play them well, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, they're a cool unit with a lot of depth. Yep. You don't have to use exoskeletons. You can kill the figure and save the exoskeletons for later. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, if we do another round, then I might implement that knowledge, or as best as I can. But this is why it's good to learn it now. So if I'm using these in ScapeCon, then I'll know. And instead of like being at ScapeCon, I just put them out there, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know. So yeah, no, it works out well. Okay. So The drones did their job though, which is good. And can't revive any more drones. They're all there. I'm kind of scared of the drones. Yeah, Ragai said, now you're ready to crush it, Escape Con. Well, I'm not going to say that, but yeah, it's definitely beneficial to at least do something, because I know the last two Escape Cons I had no time to prepare at all. I just brought armies and then got decimated. So, all right. So we're down to one exoskeleton, and all these Mezzos engaged. So here I'm thinking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. But this Mezzo, if I bring this Mezzo off, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. It's not going to be enough. It just says drones are great. Yeah, they're doing pretty good tonight. Okay, order marker 1. I'm thinking of actually trying to get this Mezzo here somewhere to start attacking the hive as well. Trying to think about it. Actually, and what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Because we got to get rid of that hive. I'm going to try to get rid of Marro too, though. Okay, so I'm going to move this Mezzodemon around. I'm going to move this Mezzodemon over and try it that way, so this Mezzodemon can start attacking the hive too. And that way all the drones are kind of occupied, and this Mezzo can just get the hive. It'll work for hopefully a few rounds. All right, so Mezzodemon here. Okay, so they're engaged with both. This Mezzodemon is getting off the glyph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Can still be well within range of the hive. And so of this Mezzodemon, who was attack first? Let's just get a drone. Why not? Okay. So this Mezzodemon attack this drone, and that is attack of 3+1 because of Poison Cloud. 4 hits. That's not bad. And dude's only got a defense of 3, but he is elevated, so he actually has a defense of 4. So gotta give him his chance. Alright, drone's gone. Just took out another drone, and this Mezzo against the hive would be an attack of 4 because elevation. Yeah, within range. 2 hits. 5, defense of 4. Okay, so that's another wound marker on the hive. Alright, now Marro's turn. Order marker number 2. Let's see what the Marro drones are gonna do with Hive Swarm. 8. So again, only 3 Marro can be used. And I guess right now they're just gonna attack. And I got 1 exoskeleton left. So let's see how things go. Okay. So this Marro elevated again against this Mezzo. 3 hits. Alright. Let's see. Let's have the Mezzo roll defense. Nope. Alright, you know, I totally bombed the exoskeleton thing, but I'm just gonna have the exoskeleton so it can stay still and just live with it this time. Alright, and then this drone against this Mezzo. No more exoskeletons left though, people. 1 hit. Mezzo, 3 defense, blocked. Alright, and then 1 more drone guess we'll have this drone try to get this Mezzo. Attack of 3. See, your Teamski says, really surprised that they didn't flesh out Valkyrie with some heroes. Yeah, well, I mean, by the time they made Valkyrie, it was like some of the last waves and then they discontinued the game. So there really wasn't much time. I'm sure they had stuff probably in the works, but the game got discontinued in 2010. So that really ended Valkyrie pretty quickly. But there are some heroes that you can use with Mezzos in the like Valhalla Customs, C3B. So if you have tournaments that have, you know, where you're able to use in events Valhalla VC Customs, you could potentially use them with the Mezzos, and they're very beneficial. I'll probably use them sometime in the future in these skirmishes, just not right now because I don't have them at the moment. Alright, so this drone, this Mezzo, 2 hits, Mezzo 3 defense, ooh, 2 shields, so okay. All Mezzos are still in the, no exoskeletons anymore, but all Mezzos are on the board. And let's see here, Marrow Hive can roll for rebirth. And rebirth does happen. Whew, whew. So, boom. Teamski says, but then they introduce a new faction. Exactly. Well, I don't think they're going to be doing any additional Valkyrie stuff. I think Valkyrie's kind of like out of the picture now, unfortunately, because Valkyrie was kind of like a D&D type thing, and I think they're staying away from D&D stuff now. So that's why the custom made armies are kind of beneficial with that, because you have additional Valkyrie stuff when it comes to Valhalla Customs. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but once you start getting into Valhalla Customs, it's like a black hole that you never get out of, and it's wonderful. I'll just say that, because I never wanted to do customs at all, but now that I'm in it, I'm just like, love it. And I'll always be broke for the rest of my life. Alright, now number 2. Happy you grabbed it when I did. What? The Valkyrie stuff? Whatever you grabbed, I'm happy for you too, Teamski. Alright, so... Okay, Mezzodemons. So these Mezzodemons are otherwise engaged. No customs for me, Teamski says. Thank you. Just my preference. I get it. Like I said, that used to be my preference too. I totally understand it. But I absolutely love the customs. I love them. Teamski says, yes, I got 4 of each squad back in the day of Valkyrie. You got 4 common squads worth of the 4 Valkyrie. That is great. Wow. Yep, that's good. Let's say thumbs up for that. Absolutely. It's awesome. All right. No. No. Yep. Let's see here. Teamski says customs are really unbalanced when I was playing. You mean VC customs? No, actually pretty darn balanced. I mean, they really work hard on balancing them when it comes to points. Like when it comes to the VC community. I mean, I suppose that's up to people's objective opinion, but I know there's some tournaments that they go with classic scape. They don't. So I guess it depends on what tournament event you're getting into. And I know it's up for debate, and we'll probably have the debate on the podcast sometime in the future, since we already have talked about customs before. But yeah, TeamScape. Wow, that's really good. Wow, impressive. Today they are, not then. Okay, I get it. Yeah, there's they've done a lot of work on those customs for sure. All right, so I'm trying to think. Okay, best way to manage these Mezzodemons. I just feel like anytime. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna bring Mezzo up. Should I do that? All right, I'm trying to think here, because I don't feel like destroying another drone just to have it resurrected again. So yeah, so I think, okay, as long as these drones are going to be at least occupied for another turn, I think, yeah, I'm going to bring another Mezzo up and just have it ready to go for round 3 to try and get this hive. 2, 3, 4, 5. Which has been actually beneficial to not have. Let's see, your team says, Craig Van Ness once sent me a master set care package when I was deployed in the Middle East. Great guy. That is awesome. I think TeamScape, did you mention that before? I think that was mentioned before by some. I don't know if it was you or something, but unless Craig Van Ness is just a generous guy. I know he's a really nice guy. Oh, and if you're deployed, it means your military service. I thank you for your service, sir. Justin says Valkyrie was only part of the D&D scape and is unknown if Renegade has the rights or is still tied to Wizard of the Coast. Exactly. So I think more than likely they are kind of trying to shy away from Valkyrie. Yeah, absolutely, TeamScape. Yeah. Thank you for your service, for sure. Okay, yeah, I already said my plan. So okay, so this Mezzodemon, okay, against this 4 attack, destroy the hive. It's hard to destroy the hive when you only roll 1 skull, but defensive 2 and blocked. TeamScape didn't know that, but that Valkyrie was only part of the D&D scape. Yep. Yeah, Valkyrie is just a really interesting subject, for sure. Alright, so now Mezzodemons are going to hold their breath and see what the Marro are going to do with turn 3, because so far that Marro hive is strong and ready to go. So we're going to roll for drones. Hive swarm 7. So only 3 can do their deed. So okay, this drone again, do the ones with the best advantages. Can't really move, but we'll see if they can take out. Okay. Yeah, and of course they roll. What? That drone just rolled 4. I mean, drones are really hitting it tonight. Yeah. Okay, that Mezzodemon's gone. They can't roll a good defense. So boom. Finally, Mezzodemon taken out. Dang. These drones are hard hitting. Alright. So, I guess, okay. Drone against this one. 1. Blocked. And okay, this drone against this Mezzodemon, which is 4 because it's elevated. 2. Mezzodemon's got to roll 3. Nope. Okay, Mezzodemon's taken out. Yikes. Okay, Justin says, I got a lot more picky when D&D escaped and ended up with the Valkyrie units because I prioritized... Oh, you ended up without the Valkyrie units because I prioritized Phantom Knights, Green Scales, and Elementals. Yeah. Well, Phantom Knights and Green Scales are good. And I know, like, and when I do future skirmishes in the coming months, I am gonna pit against, because I am getting like Phantom Knights. I already have a well-developed Green Scout army. I'm gonna pit them against each other because I want to see even ones that I'm taking to ScapeCon. I want to see how they do against each other, and that way it also, you know, allows me to gain experience and figure out, you know, how I'm gonna play these guys. So I mean, trying to get as much experience as possible for these things. Okay. So, and then, okay, can't do Marro Rebirth because all the Marro are here. Gotta take out that hive. And gotta take out the hive right now. So, alright, so we have a Mezzo here. I'm gonna bring this Mezzo over here. And actually, I'm gonna move this Mezzo over here. So that way it's gonna be kind of tough for the drones to do much at the moment. Like, to try to do every chance possible to keep Mezzos, like the drones, off the Mezzos, and then this Mezzo will be able to come up and get a better elevated spot. Yeah. So okay, this Mezzo's coming over here. Boom. Because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, can do that. And this Mezzo does have a movement buff of 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this Mezzo can come here. It's going to be really tough when these drones come around, but not much I can do about that. Gotta have elevation and still be able to hit. Although, wait a minute. But yeah, I think that's the best you could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm technically 9, but no, I'll keep them up there. Otherwise, it'd be really, really swarmed. It's fine. Alright, so I've got 2 chances, and both are elevated. Taking out this hive. We need to take out this hive. That is an important thing. So first Mezzo, it's the hive. Shoot, only 1 hit. Yeah, okay. Oh, Mezzos are coming up. Stay put, hive. Alright, hive, 2, blocked, Mezzo, hive. 2 hits. Hive. Whiffed. Okay, so that's 2 more wounds on the hive. As your Team Ski is saying, at the time I was starting to get out of the game. When I found out it was ending, I had to catch up with the new units, and D&D figures were criticized for just looking bad. Well, I mean, well, I will say this, because I know I've been getting, like, for when it comes to proxies for some of these miniatures, I've been getting the D&D miniatures of like the units of Heroscape, because they're the exact copies of like some of these late Heroscape editions of the game are just exact copies of what D&D is already producing anyway of their miniatures. And sometimes I notice that they're actually better molds and better paints than what the Heroscape ones are. So looking bad, there's something to actually be said for that. All right. So that was order marker number 3. All right. So now, that's okay. So that's a round. So now we're on to the 3rd round, and this will be interesting because Mezzodemons are getting taken out. We have a full board of drones, Marro Hive. So initiative is going to be very important. The Mezzos get initiative roll first, and if they're able to win the initiative, they have a chance of taking out this hive. But if they don't, it's going to be looking bad for them. They're already not in a good position. So we'll see. Okay, Mezzos initiative 14, Marro initiative 16. Hey, Justin says some of my favorite units came from the D&D wave, such as Fenhydra. Oh yeah, Fenhydra, nice. Ice Elemental and Phantom Knights. Yep. Although Phantom Knights are so easy to 3D print. Like, you just go like Trexie 3D and just, there you go. It's almost the same type of color. Perfect. Although I still have a few, but I'm gonna get a few more like Phantom Knights 3D printed, at least through Trexie 3D, so I got enough. But I do have some original units of those. Alright, so Mezzos did not win initiative, so this is gonna be bad. Alright, the Marro, here they come. Hive Swarm. And okay, so it is a 9, so only 3 can move, but it is enough. Trying to think what to do here. I'm thinking on both sides, who I want both sides to win, so I'm doing my best with both sides here. What I'm gonna do, since I only can move 3, I'm gonna move actually this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that way you can't hit the hive. And gonna move this one onto the glyphs, so now that buff is back, and I know I'm be able to use 2 to attack, but 2, 3. I'm just gonna move this one here and try to attack. So 2 are only gonna be able to attack. Teamski said, I have no drive abilities. Why is that all? Just talking. I don't understand that. I'm sorry, Teamski. I didn't understand that. Anyway, okay. So, drone attacking this Mezzo. 2 hits. Mezzo only has 3 defense. My goodness, these drones are just attacking. So good tonight. Yep, okay. Mezzo gone. And this drone against this Mezzo. 2 hits. Drones are just attacking really good tonight. Defense. Nope. Mezzo taken out. Boom. Alright. Not looking good. Not looking good. Alright. Order marker number 1. See if we can rally the troops here, but I don't know. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't even get up here. Move 5. It's not looking good. But let's just bring both of them here. I can start attacking drones at least from this distance. So, because we got a range of 4. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Poison cloud. At least it'll be attack of 4. So we'll do with this one. This drone. Two hits. Drone will have a defense of 4. Blocked. And then this one. Just 1 hit. See, they're just not rolling good. Defense of 4. Blocked. It's one thing, to try and outdo your opponent, but when you got one side that's rolling really good rolls and the other side just whiffing rolls, it's really hard to do anything. But that's the fun of the game sometimes. All right. So Marro Hive number 2. And then the drones are going again. 20. So all of them can move, all of them can attack. It's gonna get ugly. Alright, well, here's what we're gonna do. This drone, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then this drone's just gonna move back up, get that glyph, occupy that glyph space. And as they say in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, ouch time. Alright. So all can attack. So we'll start with these heavy hitters first because they're elevated, so it's gonna be attack of 4. Attack 4, this is Mezzodemon. 2. Mezzodemon has 3. Taking out Mezzodemon. This drone. 3. Nope, Mezzodemon taken out. And these drones. My goodness, yeah. These drones are just. Yeah, Mezzodemon taken out. Okay, you know what? There's only one Mezzodemon left. It's not gonna. Okay, I'm calling it. Game, set, Marro for this round, and we'll do another round. I'll let you guys vote. Okay, I have an army of Grok Riders, and I have an army of Stingers. Which ones would you like to see face off against the Mezzos tonight? Let me know. I'll give us a few minutes. So, Justin says, I'm seeing Phantom Menace in theaters on May the 4th. And I think I was going to say something else. But guys, let me know. Give me a few minutes because I got to reset. And let me know what you guys want to see. Would you like to see an army of Grok Riders against Mezzos or Stingers? Let me know, please. And with Grok Riders, I'll be using Mezzos Saw as opposed to the Marro Hive. But dang, Marro drones, when you get them, when they're rolling, they're rolling. Teamski, you have to go. Okay, you take care of yourself, Teamski. Thanks so much. Oh, it's not the, okay, Justin's saying not the best movie. Grok Riders are cool. Okay, vote of Grok Riders. Justin's saying both. I don't want to have time for both tonight. Just one. Yeah, Teamski, thank you so much for commenting. You take care of yourself. But no, I wanted to say one thing, Justin, when it came to Phantom Menace. When Phantom Menace came out, I don't, what was that? Was that 1999? I think it was 1999 or 1998, something like that. When Phantom Menace was released in theaters, opening night, I was 17 years old, I think. Something like that. I was a teenager. And I waited in line with my brother, who was like 3 years younger than me. And we were living in Mississippi at the time. And it was this theater that was just newly opened. And so, opening night, went and watched episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So that was kind of special. Although, even though it was a new theater, for some reason, and we watched Phantom Menace actually a few times in that theater. We ended up getting headlights somehow. Someone like brought headlights probably into that theater, and we ended up getting headlights over it. Had to cut our hair, and it was awful as a teenager. But yeah, I did see Phantom Menace originally when it first came out, when it was first released. We really were big Star Wars nerds back then, and we really wanted to experience some of that. But okay, so let's see. Tito Titan says, what was the other option? I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Okay, Grok Riders and Stingers. So it'd be Grok Riders with Mezzos Saw or Stingers with the Marro Hive. So I'll let you decide, because we gotta vote for Grok Riders. I'm gonna set it up and just be out. A quick game. So here, I'm gonna reset up these Mezzos here. the here. These exoskeletons here. Okay, Tito says I would like Grok Riders then. Stingers are cool, but I prefer Grok Riders. All right, let's do it then. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna keep the hive there just for looks, but it's gonna be Grok Riders and Mezzos then. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute my microphone a second. Give me about like 5-10 minutes to reset everything, and get the Grok Riders and Mezzos out, and then we'll skirmish that and see how the Mezzodemons fare against them. All right, so give me a few minutes, and I'm gonna play something here. I'll play some of Season 2. Justin says, I was 5 in 1999. My father took me to the new Richmond Theater opening day, and I absolutely loved it. Cool. Sadly, theater went out of business after the pandemic. It is listed for sale. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, it was a time. It was a time, Justin, you know. And yeah, I mean, me and my brother, we got advance tickets, and my dad dropped us off, and we this was some miles away from our house in Mississippi too. And at that time in the 90s, like, you could be a teenager and stay, you know, in line with everybody to get the advance tickets, and then we had to walk all the way home, and it was a good hike, and we brought chairs and everything. We carried them with us, and this is Mississippi, mind you. It's always hot down there, humidity, but we did it, and we walked all the way home, and got our advance tickets. I think I still have the advance ticket somewhere, if it's in one of my wallets or something, but I believe I kept it. I kept at least the 1/2 stub of it. I don't know why, but you know, sentimental value. Anyway, okay. So here, let me reset everything, and I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. All right. All right.
It all began many years ago.
Men, we're under attack. It's time to defend the castle.
Yes, sir. Leading the way, sir.
I don't want to fight. I want me tea. Is it tea time?
There's the dragon! Crush my enemies!
Look lively, gentlemen. Watch your step. There's a fight and tea.
We were in the middle of pure war. All our thoughts and goals were for the findings of the wellsprings and the destruction of our enemies.
Let's get rid of that because I know time is on the bounce. But I see some comments there. I want to talk. Oh my goodness, memory lane. Thank you guys for having me relive memory lane here a little bit. But here, okay. So let me get first set up. So we got the Mezzodemon set up. Now for this army, for the Grok Riders, it's gonna be slightly disadvantaged against the Mezzodemons. It's gonna be 50 points extra because it's 260 for 2 squads of Grok Riders. But I like that bonding synergy with me, Bucksaw, and Grok Riders. So slight disadvantage against the Warmongers, but we'll see how they play. We'll see how they play against it. And I wanted to see some comments here. It's here. Justin was saying, our family ate a lot of Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut that summer to get the toys and Pogs. Pogs. You know, I still have my Pogs that I used to have back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, Pogs were huge back then. I actually, we used to have like a Pog maker too. You can make your own Pogs. My gosh, that takes me back. Yeah, Tito Titan is cool, I think, to keep. Yeah. As long as I remember, if I still have it. I don't know, it might have been worn away. Because this is almost 30 years. My gosh. Justin says, I also have fond memories of episode one Pepsi and Mountain Dew cans. Yeah, I did have those, although I think I got rid of them. That's still the biggest marketing campaign I've ever seen for a film. Yeah, it was big back in the 90s. Tito Titan says, I never saw those, but I remember the Halo 3 Mountain Dew can. Yeah, when Halo 3 came out, that was kind of big. Those are pretty cool looking. Yeah, Halo 3 was fun to play through. JJ Son of Odin says, I haven't seen any of those yet. I'll need to go watch them now. Haven't seen any of what I was showing on the screen for Tales of Valhalla, or like what we were talking about here, or all of the above. But yeah, I got hours and hours of stop motion content for Tales of Valhalla. Okay, let's get to the glyphs. Okay, random glyphs again. My animations, yep. Oh, I mean, and JJ, if you go on the Tales of Valhalla YouTube page and go to the playlists, I got season 1. I got season 0, season 1, season 2, and season 3 on the playlist. So you can go through all of them and check them out there. All right. Okay. So we have our glyphs. We got actually one gold one here. So we'll see how that is. And then this glyph here. All right. Wanak. You think one of them's gonna be Wanak, Justin? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. It's the last thing I need right now. It's the Wanak. Yeah, JJ. Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, definitely a 10-year worth of pursuit of the characters and the story of the game, and when it comes to the Aftermath Chronicles, I recommend watching like the beginning of season 2, then watching season 1. Season 1 was kind of like me getting started, so it's not as good, particularly as good as season 2 and 3, although it involves still the same characters and the same storyline. Literally hours and hours of it. Grab popcorn and yeah, have fun with it. A lot of work, a lot of love was put into those things. But I wanted to say that when it comes to film, like it was an experience to watch Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. But I'll say that around 1999, they were starting to make and produce Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and I know a lot of people like the Two Towers and like Return of the King and such, but for me, the Fellowship of the Ring was the best out of the three. And like in transitioning, I watched episode 1 Phantom Menace down in Mississippi when we lived there, but then it came to a point where we moved up to Michigan over the course of like a year or so, and when the Fellowship of the Ring came out, I watched it in theaters as well. And I don't know how much you guys like have ever like experienced like your first kiss with a girl, other than a family member, just first kiss with a girlfriend. And I remember that happening to me, and I was just floating home that time. Similar experience when I watched the Fellowship of the Ring. Like, I walked out of that theater and I was still in that world. I was literally just floating home from seeing that. That's kind of what did it to me when it came to being like, I want to do stuff like this, in the future eventually. So that was definitely a defining film for me, watching that film. Anyway, all right, let's get back to Heroscape. And I'm talking about pop culture. We need to get to Heroscape here. Okay. So, I mean, well, I guess we'll go through Grok Riders and Meeborg Saw in a second, but Grok Riders do have like the Marro Warlord bonding, so I'm going to put them up there for that, and let's just start this skirmish, and we will find out what glyphs are for what in a second, I guess. Yeah, 2 squads of Grok Riders, 1 Meeborg Saw, so that's what, 310 point army against 260 point army. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna try to take Ryguy's advice this time with these Mezzodemons, though all the same. Okay, initiative Mezzos got a 6. Marro got a 6. I guess we're rerolling. Mezzos 17. Marro 17. Okay, 2 tiebreakers for initiative. That's crazy. Okay, Mezzos again. 10. Marro 11. Okay, so Marro in the initiative. Let's see here. Justin says, Fellowship of the Ring was released in 2001. I was 7. My father picked me up for my 2nd grade and took me and my brother. He warned it might be scary, but I was enthralled and fell in love with cinema. Yeah, it really, I mean, and I had actually a nephew like years later who was like 7, 8 years old, and I had him watch Fellowship of the Ring. Poor kid ended up getting nightmares after a while because of the ring race, and his mom, my sister, said, yeah, Ryan, don't have him watch those anymore, not until he's older. I'm like, sorry. But yeah, it's that one of the best trilogies is Lord of the Rings, and Fellowship of the Ring. I absolutely love. Absolutely love. I read Lord. I think I've said this before, but I read Lord of the Rings. Usually every other year, I read through Lord of the Rings. I'm kind of like what oh my goodness, no, I lost names. Who is it that played Saruman? Christopher Lee. He used to read Lord of the Rings every year, like yearly. It was a yearly read for him. Very educated man. That guy knew a lot of things. Went through a lot of life experiences. Legend. Christopher Lee, the man's absolute legend. Yeah, and so he did. He read through those, so he knew languages. He even met Tolkien once. So just crazy. So your Tito Titan says, yeah, I think that is a part of growing up and watching that one show. That was a bit much for me. One that got me was the Grimm's fairy tales. There was like a horse that eats people, a whole like a snake. Okay, now I know this isn't Heroscape, but we're still getting the pop culture. Let's see here. Tito Titan says, yeah, rest in peace, Christopher Lee. He also made a metal album at like 90 years old, so it was pretty good. Hey, you know, I say, as long as you're still alive, keep on pursuing the things that you want to pursue, you know. But no, Tito Titan, now you got me thinking back. I don't know how you like watched or appreciated like Michael Landon and Little House on the Prairie, but I kind of grew up watching Little House on the Prairie, those TV shows, and there was one later episode, in one of the latter seasons. Yeah, Justin, you're right. Christopher Lee was Ian Fleming's inspiration for James Bond. Yeah, I've heard those things too about it, but no, there was a scene that really freaked me out in Little House on the Prairie. It's probably not one you think of because there were some freaky episodes in Little House on the Prairie, but it was actually one scene involving one of the Ingalls children, actually one of the younger siblings when they were older, because it was a later seasonal episode, to where she's in a dream and she's dreaming, and all of a sudden this huge spider comes out in front of her, and then she wakes up from the dream. But just that, seeing that spider just huge, and it freaked me out when I was little. Anyway, okay, so Marro won initiative. Let's get through this, or else I'm not gonna sleep tonight. All right, so Marro Warlord bonding. So Mevorksaw is gonna go first. Move 8 spaces. Let's see here. Mevorksaw is gonna try and gain. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So Mevorksaw can't get that space yet, but he's gonna try to get the highest spot on the board. And the Marro Hive's just here, just for looks right now. Justin, who needs sleep? Well, I kind of do, because I did drive like almost 10 hours for this weekend, and I have to get up early in the morning too. Let's see here. Tito Titan says, yeah, there's something about jump cuts and just atmosphere that is creepy, especially as a kid. Yeah, I watch horror movies every once in a while and enjoy them, so it worked out. Well, there you go. All right. So Mevorksaw moved. Let's see here. Range is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Can't reach anybody right now. Grok. Okay. All right. All right. So let's just move some Grok Riders. They can move 7 spaces. So we're gonna move one of the Grok Riders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move here. Now let's reveal this glyph, and this glyph is Glyph of Krevkor. There, take a look. I gotta take a look at what that actually means. Prev Core. Where is it? Hold on. Can I find it? There it is. Okay. Okay. I know this is probably one you gotta stay on. Yep. Okay, so if these Marro are going to take advantage of this, they have to stay on it. All common figures in your army may add 1 extra attack dice when attacking normally. Right. Okay. Justin says, hopefully Renegade will release more cavalry units in the future. I hope so too. We need them. Definitely need them. All right. So that can be beneficial for the Grok Riders as long as 1 Grok Rider stays put. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so they have movement of 7. So well, this Grok Rider 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not quite. So this Grok Rider is going to move up here. Then this Grok Rider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite, but I think this Grok Rider is definitely going to move right here to try and get this glyph if possible. Alright. Grok Rider already spread across the board. And now Mezzodemons. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Mezzodemon up here. Let's reveal this golden glyph. What do we got? Okay, heroic rune. Attack of 1. Let's see what the actual. So this is a. Hold on. This is a treasure glyph, and with treasure glyphs, only unique and uncommon heroes can pick up permanent treasure glyphs. So this is one that they can't even pick up, so it doesn't apply to this Mezzodemon. But let's just take a look at what it says. Each permanent treasure glyph is in effect for as long as a figure carries it. Permanent treasure glyphs only affect the figure carrying it. And with heroic rune, this figure adds 1 additional attack die when making a normal attack. But that only works for hero units. So this glyph is staying right where it is, and this Mezzodemon is just standing there. So it's completely useless for the Mezzodemon. Alright. Let's bring in another Mezzodemon up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, wait a second. Bring this one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm gonna have this other Mezzodemon rush up to later. Alright, now 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3, 4. Okay. So now these Grok Riders can't rebirth, so once they're dead, they stay dead. So let's see what we can do with these guys. Alright. And let's see, this Mezzodemon is going to attack this Grok Rider. Elevation, so can attack with 4. Yep, Justin says only uniques can pick up treasure glyphs. Yep, that's why this Mezzodemon is on the glyph, but can't use it. I put it back in its folding spot, so technically only me, Bork Saw, can pick it up. And I think Mezzodemons are going to try and keep them from doing that. Okay, attack of 4 against the Grok Rider. 3 hits. Not bad. And Grok Rider only has 3 defense. Boom. Okay. Grok Rider down. Okay, so this Mezzodemon, 1, 2, 3, 4. So can hit this Grok Rider here. And same position, so it's only attack of 3. 2 hits. Grok Rider has 3 defense. Blocked. Wow, that's rolling them shields. Nice. But we did get one Grok Rider out. And now, order marker number 2, Grok Riders, Mezzos can move on up. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, move 8 spaces, so you can get up here. And okay, let's try Paralyze and Stare. So with Mezzos, Paralyze and Stare. After moving and before attacking, choose any small or medium figure within 6 clear sight spaces of Mezzos. Roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 16 or higher, the chosen figure cannot roll any defense dice if attacked by Mezzos this turn. Now I got a question. Maybe this question was already asked, but can't roll a defense dice, but that still means you can still apply Exoskeleton if the attack works, right? So technically the Mezzodemon can still be saved if you want to, I think. Anyway, okay, but let's roll. Let's roll Paralyze and Stare. And yeah, we'll do it against this Mezzodemon. Why not? Number 6. So it didn't work. It's you to tighten. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works. I know there's I think there was discussion on it in the Heroscape books of Heroscape when it comes to like Mezzodemons, talking about that. I know there was some discussions about Exoskeleton like that. So there's conversation about that. And I think they've already established what it is, and I think that's the case. But it doesn't matter because Paralyze and Stare did not work this time. But Mezzos still has a range of 6 and the attack of 4 against whatever Mezzodemon he wants to attack. I guess we'll attack this one. 2 hits. And defense of 3. Okay. Okay, we'll use 1 Exoskeleton against that Mezzo. And keep them. But that's the last time we do that. Okay, I'm not thinking, but okay, Grok Riders still gotta take their turn. So okay, when it comes to this glyph, let's stay on this glyph. Now Grok Riders get additional 7, 8, 9, 10. So this Grok Rider can move 10 spaces around the board. I think that's the best thing to do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. So Grok Rider is going to come against this Mezzo. And this Grok Rider is going to actually get up these Mezzos here, try and attack them, and then this Grok Rider is going to come and take this glyph space, so that glyph is still going to apply for their so +1 attack for them, trying to get as many attack buffs as possible. And so, okay, we'll try this Grok Rider against this Mezzo first. So, regular attack of 3, +1 for elevation, +1 for the glyph ability. So that's 5 against that Mezzo. I only allow 1 more Exoskeleton for these Mezzos, this first wave of Mezzos, so. Okay. It's 2 hits. The Mezzo has 3 defense. Nope. Trying to think. Should we take the Mezzo out? Okay, yeah. You know what? Mezzo just gone. We can still have the Exoskeletons there. Okay, Grok Rider against this one. Again, that's a +1 buff. Whew, okay, that's 3. 3 hits, Mezzo, 3 defense. Nope. So what I think I'm gonna do is take that Mezzo out as well. We still have the exoskeletons for these other mezzos. I'm trying to do what Rad Guy's suggesting, you know? So, because it really doesn't matter too much. And yeah, let that be that for now, because there's no sense in that glyph ain't gonna help. This glyph might help the mezzos, but it's not on their side. So we'll just let the Grok Riders have their way in this round, and we'll go to the next one. So order marker number 2, Mezzodemons. What do you think about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. These mezzos got range. It really doesn't matter. Improves their defense, but yeah. I'm thinking. All right. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these mezzos are gonna swarm this Grok Rider. Attack of 3. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I meant they're Common Squad. So yeah, we can use Poison Cloud. You gotta remember that. I think I forgot that for last round, but that's my fault. So Poison Cloud, because they are common, so it's a +1 to their attack. So 1. 2 hits. Grok Rider has 3 defense. Jeez, that's 3 shields. My goodness. Alright, Marro already rolling good today. They're just rolling good. Okay, this Mezzo against this one. Again, Poison Cloud. Mezzodemons are just not rolling good tonight. Alright, defensive 3. Yep, blocked. How well do the Mezzodemons do? Well, if you roll blanks or roll whiffs all the time, that's how it's gonna go. Alright. Order marker number 3 on Grok Riders. Okay, so Warlord Bonding, Mebark Saw, can do Paralyzing Stare. Paralyzing Stare against this Mezzodemon. Didn't work, but can attack. It's going to attack. So 4 against this Mezzodemon. And okay, just 1 hit. Mezzodemon has a defensive 3. Blocked. Thank God. Some good news for once. And think about this. Alright. Well, this Grok Rider no longer has an advantage, but I think I'm going to bring him down. And engage with these mezzos. Alright, first Grok Rider. And again, additional attack because what's on the glyph here. And actually, okay, I'm going to move a Grok Rider up too. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep. Okay, that Grok Rider's there. I'm going to attack with these 2. This one, 3 hits. 3 shields. Yes! Saved exoskeleton. Alright. Thank you for rolling good this time. Alright. This Grok Rider against this Mezzo. 3 hits again. My goodness. Okay, using exoskeleton this time. Alright. Okay. So that's 3. I mean, it was kind of brutal, but it could have been worse, I guess. All right, order marker number 3 for Mezzos. Oh, what's on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking, but you know, we need to get rid of Grok Riders, then we can take care of Meeberg Saw. Need be. Alright, yeah, let's just attack. Alright. Mezzos, you gotta do your thing. Poison Cloud. Poison Cloud. Alright, Poison Cloud. Psh. 2 hits. Grok Rider, 3 defense. Finally, some good news. Alright, Grok Rider taken out. Alright, this Mezzo here. Again, Poison Cloud. Okay, 2 hits. 3 defense. Grok Rider. Alright. Good. I have to roll good sometimes, my goodness. Alright, so that's the end of the round. And so for that first round of this fight, Mezzos against Marro, and this time Grok Rider army, and actually a little bit disadvantaged on Mezzos because 50 more points than the Mezzos, but yes, Mezzos got 2 of there, so got a squad's worth taken out, as well as 2 exoskeletons taken out, but we did take out a full squad of Grok Riders, so both give and take. I think advantage so far is on Mezzos, but not by much. So we'll see how it happens in the second round. Initiative is going to be important. So initiative 1 on Mezzos, 7. Initiative for, okay, Marro won the initiative again. So order marker number 1. And Meeberg Saw. Alright, Paralyzing Stare. That's this Mezzo. Paralyzing Stare. He's better off there. I'm trying to think, actually. You know, wait. Maybe do. I'm trying to think. Should Meeberg Saw go full melee against these guys, because he could potentially take this glyph and get this Mezzo. Because he can move there. He can so totally move there. What do you guys think? Might be a good idea, because I think really you need the advantage now more so. I mean, Meeberg Saw can range himself, but I think we need to get the advantage of that glyph for Meeberg Saw. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, move down, because they're gonna get Meeberg Saw no matter what with range, no matter what. So might as well lead that charge. All right, get the advantage of the glyph. Okay, so Meeberg Saw's got it. Attack of 1. Now I'm gonna see if he keeps it the whole time or only uses it once. Let me double check on this. Okay. Okay, ineffective for long as the figure carries it. Okay. Alright. Yep, okay. One additional attack for making normal attack. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so yeah, Meeberg Saw has Heroic Ruin. And so that's an attack of additional attack of 1. Now he's gonna try Paralyzing Stare on this Mezzo. So it can't defend itself. Nope. And it's going to try to attack him, so that would be an attack of 4 against him. 3 hits. Mezzo rolls defense. Block 1, so now I gotta think. Should we just take out that Mezzo? Or keep him engaged? Trying to think. You know, I think I am going to use an exoskeleton just so Meeberg Saw can't go anywhere else, really. Has to remain engaged, and then we're just going to have Mezzos go around and take out these other Grok Riders. So disadvantage Meberksaw now? Yeah, I think so. So use an exoskeleton, and so that way that Mezzo's still engaged with Meberksaw. Yep, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, now we got Grok Riders. So let's move these guys up. Okay, well we can move this one. Let's see here. And it's gonna have, let's see here, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's fine. Okay, let's move alongside, try and get rid of that Mezzodemon. And then this Grok Rider is gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Okay, move him here too. That Grok Rider is still gonna have to stay put because it got the advantage of that glyph. So this Grok Rider is only gonna be able to get this Mezzo. That's fine. Additional plus attack. So Mezzo. Yeah, okay. Mezzo has to dodge this. Really has to dodge this one. Ooh, okay. Yeah, just one hit. Alright. Defensive 3. Blocked it. Good. Glad. Didn't want to use an exoskeleton that time around. Okay. So that's it for Grok Riders. Order marker number 1. So that worked out well for them. Now this Mezzodemon, I think I'm gonna have him stay put. Excuse me. And this Mezzodemon is gonna start moving. So it's got additional 5, 6, 7, 8 movement spaces because of road spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Now this Mezzo can have some fun. And move Mezzodemon around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm just bring this Mezzodemon up here. That's fine. Okay. Got it. Now we just gotta start doing things to these Grok Riders. Alright, first I'm gonna take care of this Grok Rider here. And so we got height and we have Poison Cloud. So that's attack of 5 against the Grok Rider. Ooh, sounds brutal actually. That is a major whiff. Wow. Good grief. Aye, how do you whiff that type of roll? My gosh. Alright, well, Mezzodemon's gonna hang out there then. Now this Mezzodemon, I'm gonna try and take out that Grok Rider with just Poison Cloud, so it is just an attack of 4. But all within range. That is how you should roll it. Okay. 4 and yeah, that oh, and I forgot Mark of Warlord. When attacking a figure that is adjacent to any Marvel control, Grok Riders add 2 to their attack dice. So that Grok Rider should have added 2 to his attack dice, and I completely whiffed it. Again, brain not working correctly. Oh well. I'm sorry about that. I can't go back and reverse it though. So those of you who are watching this on replay, I'm sorry. But this Mezzodemon did hit this Grok Rider for that attack. So that Grok Rider is potentially gone because you can't roll a defense against that. So bye bye Grok Rider. But we're just going to assume the Grok Rider just whiffed that roll before, so it's alright. Alright, so that's all the Mezzos can do right now. So order marker number 2. Meberksaw. I'm trying to think. Should Meberksaw just leave engagement so that way you can get the high ground and just start taking pot shots against these guys? That might be better to do. No, it's going to be kind of rough. Why not? Let's just do it. Okay, so Mebark Saw is going to break engagement and going to go up here. Yeah. I think so. And so, okay, I got to roll for that. Leave an engagement. It did take a wound. The tide is turning against the Marro, but still we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, he's up there. Paralyzing stare against this one. Nope. But we'll have normal attack, height, plus the heroic rune against this Mezzodemon. That is 4 hits. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to use Exoskeleton this time. And I'm just gonna, that Mezzodemon is just going to take the hit. So kaboom. So Mebark Saw got something, but we only have so many Grok Riders left. Potentially they've been taken out. They can be taken out this round. Well, we'll see. Okay, this Grok Rider is going to move. Alright. Move to that Mezzo. And has the chance of attack of 4. 1 hit. Mezzo's got to roll 3 defense. And blocked. Alright. So that is order marker number 2 for them. Order marker number 2 for Mezzos. I think Mezzos got this kind of well in hand. And I'm going to move this Mezzo up here. 1, 2. Still engaged with the Grok Rider, but now is elevated. So with Poison Cloud plus elevation, this Mezzo is going to try and take this dude out. 2 hits. Grok Rider's got 3 defense. Grok Rider's taken out. Okay, this seems like it's going in Mezzodemon's favor this time. Alright, and this Mezzodemon, this Grok Rider, again. Poison Cloud plus elevation. That is just 1 hit. That's all it takes. Boom. Okay, Grok Rider's taken out. So order marker number 3 doesn't apply. So Mebark Saw is just standing up there while Mezzodemon's order marker 3 start coming for him. But there is one thing. Okay. It's kind of in a good spot because he can attack them, but they can't attack him. So they gotta get up close. Now, this Mezzodemon is gonna take this and take that spot. This Mezzodemon is going to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Stay there, and yeah, we'll be in range. So it's gonna go here. Excuse me. And actually, I think both are in range, aren't they? Yeah, both are in range. And so they get a +1 to their attack because he's on that glyph. Common squad. So now it's time to get Mebark Saw. Mebark Saw would only have a defense of 4 since he's elevated. All right, attack 1. 3 hits. Ooh, okay. We're rolling good. Defense of 4 for Mebark Saw. Okay, so that's 1 more wound on Mebark Saw. Not looking good. Alright, Mezzodemon, Mebark Saw. 3 hits again. Mebark Saw. okay. 2 rounds done. So at the end of the second round, Mezzos has been taken out, been iced. And the Mezzodemons, they did take some hits, but they have prevailed. Alright. Yay for the Mezzodemons. Woohoo! Alright, and I can see that, you know, managing, because I still have a good amount of exoskeletons left. And I think I managed them better on the board this time around, like Guy was suggesting. So, awesome. Alright. Well, how about I wrap up for tonight, then? And my throat is kind of ragged, so I'm gonna get some rest. But I thank you guys for commenting, and watching and commenting. Lovely to have so many people talking tonight. Who was on board? We had Heroscape, we had TDO Titan, we had JJ, Odin, had Justin, we had Guy, we had Team Ski. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and love the advices, love the conversation. I'll be definitely doing more skirmishes in the future, especially with the Mezzodemons, because I want to match them up against other armies and just to see how they play. It's definitely a different type of way to play them than I'm used to. Let's see here, JJ Odin says it was fun to watch you play Heroscape while playing a game with my wife. Have a good night. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, no, this is really the only way I'm able to do this now, because I'm so isolated from everybody in the world. So, and I like doing it live just because when I learn, y'all can learn too, and just benefit fully from it. And all of you can know in the future, if you face me at any Heroscape event, this is probably what you're going to be facing off against. So, but with that, yeah, fun. So, just for future reference for schedule, so this Wednesday, I definitely not going to be doing any skirmishes this Wednesday. I might be doing some more editing of the Mezzos short that I have, most likely. And then this coming Sunday will be a ToV podcast, and it's probably going to be with classic Heroscape lore related. I'll have to talk to Joe Crazy about that this week. And yeah, just do some of that before we really get into the meat of like tournaments and events and stuff. I know upcoming TV podcasts will be focusing on a lot of that too as well, preparing for ScapeCon in August. So yeah, that's what's coming down the pipe this week, and definitely in the future, other skirmishes. And I will say one thing too, if anybody has any suggestions for armies for skirmishes, or armies that I can play against, because I'll tell you real quick, these are some of the armies that I plan to probably be using for ScapeCon, and just tell me, okay, what armies would you like to see them pitted against, or would you like to see them pitted against each other? So here, let me get real quick. Where is that? Hold on. I think it's here. Okay, nope, not there. I'll give myself 5 more seconds. If I can't find it, then okay, there we are. So here's my possible armies for ScapeCon this year. Firestorm army, which consists of Kurok and just a bunch of fire elementals. Green scale army, so basically green scales with whatever dragon I see fit. Bees, and bees are C3V, and those Methara and Amberhive Protectors, they're really fun squad. Mezzodemon Warmongers, of course, Brave Arrow with like the Mwakwa tribe, which is C3V, of course. Goblin Cutters and Horn Skull Brutes as an army. Spiders plus like Waverin or others Grok Riders, which I have here, Death Chasers and other orcs, and Death Knights with possibly like the Evil Raylan. Sir Heroscape mentioned that. I don't think I'd have Evil Raylan with me in upcoming ScapeCon, but that was also, and as well as Phantom Knights. So those are the ones I'm considering playing in the coming months. So yeah, just let me know what armies you think they would be fun to match up against, and yeah, either comment here down below or like on our Patreon or on was it Discord? Yeah, oh my goodness, my brain is going. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. What would be good to match them up against, a skirmish against, just for practice. But yeah, definitely be using Mezzodemons in the future, and might actually do a rematch of the Marro Drones sometime in the future too, just to see if Mezzodemons can actually get the upper hand. We'll see. But anyway, with that, I thank you all for watching. Thank you all for commenting, and just yeah, link the description below for all information. Press all the buttons, like all the things, and definitely get out there and take your dice and roll them. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and I'll see you guys later. All right, have a good night now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Tito Titan, thank you. Bye bye.